finally made it. Hopefully through some internet trouble, so fingers crossed. But we are here for our weekly episode of Open Field. We got a packed show today. Got a lot to get to. So it should be a lot of fun, especially after I dropped that romantic comedy list that was just so legendary. People want to come back and see more. So the hate is crazy. But let me get through the intro and get to the nonsense. But yeah, man, internet was struggling a little earlier, but it's all good. It won't stop us because we stream every day, regardless of internet or not. No, we don't. But yeah, man, we chilling out here. So welcome to Open Field on Minor League Films, our open dialogue show. We come in, we talk whatever, we have a good time, we hang out. Everybody hits the chat. You got questions, you got stuff in there. But let me move this so I can. Scotty, get that out the way because you're in my way. There we go. So while you're here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment, hit that bell. We pretty much have been dropping a lot of content. TikToks are going up. Okay, he's just all right. TikToks are going up pretty much every day. We're trying to get a couple a day, so a lot of content in there. But we'll talk about that later. Scotty, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I just put my first comic TikTok up there. It's kind of a rant.
Is that on yours or is that on ours?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put regular comic stuff on ours. You don't want me to flood.
Well, you said up there, so I'm talking about.
I'm gonna flood the block. You want me to flood the block?
Yeah. But yeah, so he's got stuff going up. Hopefully we got stuff going on. I gotta get on, Scotty, because he'll do his page and our page be empty.
I had a dilemma, and mine was just a different kind of dilemma.
Yeah, a little different. But yeah, man, excited to be here. It's gonna be a good time. Like I said, we got a lot for you. So just to put a schedule out, I'm gonna try because there's some stuff I left off that we're supposed to talk about. And I was supposed to talk about Wednesday and Vox Machina. Probably will combine those and do like a series review for both of those shows in one show. Likely to do that, and that probably should get us going.
That will be reviewed soon. One of these days, that is on the list.
Yeah, it's on the list, and our list is hefty.
No, but his list is hefty. I got 3 things on mine.
I'm sure. But since we're here, wanted to go ahead and get this started. So, Scotty, been a lot going on lately. I just want to ask you, you know what I'm saying? You run the danger when certain stuff happens. You were in the field where you show up and you take care of things and make sure they're all good. So lately we have had UFOs that have not been ruled out to be aliens. We've had what, 3 train crashes?
Sir, wait, can we go back here? That was a meteor.
No, there was that too. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so we've had 4 UFOs shot down that have not been ruled out to be aliens. We've had a meteor hit Texas. That's 2. We've had 3 hazardous train crashes that have gone down. Scotty, I mean, probably a shooting too. Condolences to I think was that in Texas? The mall shooting.
We had one too, so I don't know. I mean, let's just assume when we hear a shooting, it's in every state.
Yeah, okay, it's a mall. So Scotty, obviously condolences to those people out there. What is going on in the world today?
Nothing new. It's the same stuff. The only thing new is the rate of mass shootings. Everything else is the same as it always was. We just have a lot more cameras everywhere. Like since I was a kid, I've been hearing stuff like this happen since I was a kid.
No, I wasn't talking about the mass shooting particularly. I'm talking about the meteor, the UFO
hitting the earth, baby. What you talking about?
The UFOs, man. We had 4.
They have been talking about UFOs since Granddad was in the Air Force.
Well, of course they have. They've been talking about since like alien times. I'm just saying 4 in a week.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can't pull nothing over on Scotty. If there are aliens here right now, if they don't come knock on my door and say, "Hey, I want some tea," they don't exist. Period.
There you have it. Apparently, there's no such thing as aliens on his watch.
There's life on other planets, sure, but there ain't nobody crash landing on here and doing this on the side of the road. Like, hey, someone help me fix my intergalactic ship. No, if they don't come here and ask for tea, they don't exist. or they went back home.
You know, with my guy Ron. Oh, I forgot about Michigan State. Yeah, Prayers Michigan State. Of course, they had the campus shooting. I forgot about that one because the mall one. But yeah, and obviously prayers for America. But Scotty, the reason I want to bring this up is we even have like bigger news going on, like something like that's bigger than everything I talked about, right?
Last of Us?
No. Even bigger than that. We have the big red boots. The big red boots have gone across America. It is taking over social media. It is taking over our lives. Scotty, give me your thoughts on the big red boots.
Look, I watched the original Astro Boy as a kid, and I watched all the subsequent shows and movies. I ain't never gonna be called an Astro Boy, aka Dora the Explorer, Monkey Boots. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all okay? This is if you are over the age of 9 years old, not even 9, 7, maybe 6, wearing these boots, please.
They're for adults, not for kids. They're for adults. You can't find these in
these galoshes should be made for the poor in rainy countries or rainy states. These should go to everybody in Seattle, and that is it. Nobody else should be wearing these. If they outside of Seattle, I want you to take these boots off, whoever you see, and just throw them. This time to get, oh, you had no shoe strength. Damn. Just throw them in the lake. They'll look the same years from now.
So I want to ask you, how much would somebody have to give you for you to wear these?
How long I wear them?
A week.
What's that? That's 7 days.
7 days.
1,400. $200 a day.
$200 a day. That's not bad. That's reasonable. Good big red boots. Now, me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I would not wear these fashionably, but I did see a video. It was very cool. They had a wrestling event, and they were and one of the wrestlers had these on. And that's something that it looked like it was made for. It's too short. That's all people get.
Wrestling, clowns. These are probably sturdy clown boots. Seattle, all of Seattle, maybe a little bit of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I'm missing one. There's got to be one of you said wrestling. There you go, wrestling.
Yeah, the wrestling that was cool. I messed with that when I saw that video.
And the people that go into the quicksand and swamps. That's it. That's it.
Well, you can't get these off. So if you're going down to quicksand, I've seen people struggling. You kind of stuck. But yeah, it's taking everybody by storm. I would, man, if I was like I don't know, if I was like a athlete or something, I probably would wear these to a pregame and get some kind of buzz. There's certain situations I would do it, but just in normal life, no, I'm not doing that. But definitely wanted to get your opinion on that. It was funny. But if y'all get this to 100,000 likes, we'll get Scotty a pair of big red boots. He'll wear them for 2 weeks. That'll give him enough 14.
You know what's crazy? What? If I wore those out here, I probably wouldn't even get looked at weird because dudes in the Bay can't dress. They all dress the same.
So they got these on?
Might as well. They all dress like they're going out to surf, and not a single one of them surf. So I actually probably will wear those out here. Why? What are they gonna say?
Yeah, you're right. They're gonna say, "Dang, man, I want to get a pair." They do you know how much they cost?
It better not be over 40. It better not be.
Okay, guess the price. All right, we'll guess the price. It's above 40.
Don't do that. Oh, you know the price?
Yeah, I know the price.
Darren, it cannot be over 60.
What? You way off. Keep going up.
120 and 40? Listen, I'm not guessing no more. Whoever spent money on these, come on, man.
I got Ron with the price.
It's not $350.
It's $350. It's $350. They sold out within 7 minutes online. Get back up here. See, now that's a TikTok moment right there. Oh man! All right, we'll get past the big. 17. I'm sorry, 17 minutes. So I thought I saw 7. They sold out within 17 minutes. Oh man! Oh, that's too funny.
I can't believe that. I really can't. Pete, nah, I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah. So we will move on. We'll get past the big red boots, but enough to get us warmed up and started because that is the big news lately. So something, something I want to ask you. This question I pulled for you because you are our resident comic book guy. So I will put it up here. So this is Marvel will begin the casting process for Fantastic Four this month. They will mainly focus on Sue Storm first and then build out the rest of the team after she is cast. So, Scotty, I want to ask you with that news. If you had to cast Fantastic Four, who would you cast?
That's a good question. The Thing can be anybody because he's gonna look like a bunch of rocks.
All right, well, give me examples for somebody. So I'll let you get a minute while I get through around super chats. I want you to scribe up your team and give me 4 actors to play the 4 roles. So you got 60 seconds.
All right. The Thing doesn't count though. He just rocks. Anybody can.
Yeah, but give me an actor who could play him beforehand. You know, somebody. Just give me somebody. Give me somebody. You'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I can see him as a Thing.
Okay, I'll just type
Ron said they resell for almost 1K right now. So that's crazy. I mean, honestly, that's not the craziest things. We've seen shoes way cheaper go for way more, but I think that's a pretty reasonable price. But yeah, especially for a resale or something that's crazy. But
he's old. I can't.
You have 30 seconds left, sir.
No, I was trying to think if they're going. I guess they're going to be playing older people.
Yeah, they'll probably be like a solid adults, like 30s. I would think. Because they're gonna be scientists, and they always get these 20-year-old scientists, and it's like that's stupid. They would still be in school. But yeah, man, the big red boots taking away across the country. But while Scott's thinking about that, yeah, we're gonna get into you in a second. Something we want to talk about. We're gonna get into The Last of Us. So those are our 2 things for today, and then we'll talk whatever y'all want to talk. And I was buying Scotty a little time while you Steezer. All right, Scotty, give me your Fantastic Four. So we'll start with Sue Storm since they casted her first. Who would you cast as Sue Storm?
I'm trying to think of an older white woman. Or I guess an older woman period. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But an older white woman that could look like Sue Storm.
Not do this crazy race swapping that they always do.
Yeah, if it's an older white woman, like what's she gonna be in, like late 30s?
It's not probably 30s.
Man, I can't think of anybody in the 30s. I mean, you know what? Actually, who I liked the girl that played Maggie from Walking Dead, and I forgot her name.
Wait, the older one?
No, she's not older.
Wait,
she was with John Berthol. Okay, hold on. I got.
Oh, Walking Dead. I'm thinking The Last of Us. My fault. Yeah, pull her up. Let's see her.
I'll pull her up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think
because I don't really have. Because I mean, they're not going to do what the fans wanted, which is fine with me because they didn't want to do it anyways. That's fine, and people don't want to believe me. I was like, yo, they don't want to do this movie.
Yeah, it was what John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, his wife.
What would have been? I would have liked that casting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded the casting, but they just didn't want. A lot of people that keep doing these superhero stuff don't like it after a while. It's too. But this is her right here. I don't mind her. She's been good in a lot of things she's been in. She's played the rough role right here. She's played some romance stuff where she's cleaned up. You know, I think she would be fine for that role. She's
Lauren Cohan.
Yeah. Okay, as an older white guy, all the older white guys I actually liked are gone. Like they've been picked up for other like action stuff. But if I guess they weren't, I probably would have picked somebody like Brandon Routh for Mr. Fantastic. He was the dude that played Superman back in the day.
Yeah, actually, I can see that. He's the one that he was. He ended up on. He were playing what's his name on CW.
The Atom.
Yeah, the Atom.
Yeah, he had the white streaks in his hair, just like that. So I mean, anybody. In all honesty, they are probably the most generic looking people in the comic books that I can think of, besides Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. Bruce Wayne's probably the most generic looking. The Thing. I can throw anybody out there. I can put Bruce Willis on there because it doesn't even matter.
I've seen one person that they've given, but I'll let you give yours first, and I'll tell you who I've seen.
I picked Zac Efron for Human Torch. Honestly, I picked Zac Efron for half the cast that is in, mid 30s to early 20s in Marvel. He can fit any of those roles.
Yeah, I like Zac Efron as Human Torch. And then
he
who
can
do you
pull
have
it
for
off. Like I said, anybody that, he doesn't even have to be big, because I think technically, I like the guy that played the Thing in the remake of Fantastic Four. Him and Mr. Fantastic did a good job with what they were given in that movie. It's just such a horrible movie.
I forget his name. I think it was Jamie. Is it Jamie Bell?
I
think
it was. It was him.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job. I mean, with what he had. I mean, the Thing in those movies, they didn't give him much the depth of a character in that movie.
Not at all.
In the first two, he did though.
Yeah. So the people were saying, well, what I've seen, I'm trying to find it. Oh, there we go. They were saying the dude for the Thing, the dude off of what you call it, the dude off of I can't remember. Jack Reacher. Yeah, the new Jack Reacher.
Alan Richardson?
Yeah, that's what
they
were.
Hell no.
Why not?
He wouldn't even do that.
You said what? You said anybody, if anybody played.
No, anybody could, but I'm saying he wouldn't even do that. One thing he's said since he did Ninja Turtles, he will never do a like green screen hero thing.
I forgot he was a Ninja Turtle.
He was Raphael, and Alan Richardson. He played Hulk. I was trying not to use people that have already played superheroes, because he's going to be probably in a DC movie soon as Hulk. So I didn't want to use him. Man, it's hard to choose thing, because like I said, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be big at all, because you're gonna turn to rocks in like 15 minutes in the movie, and then you're just rocks.
Yeah. So I will say we want you to make sure that is your solid 4. We're gonna make you put it on TikTok as your forecast for the Final Four. I mean, for the Fantastic Four.
Don't do that.
Now you do that. You'll do.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, people want to know.
I don't have a cast like I really don't have a preferred cast for any superhero, because in my opinion, as long as their race or gender isn't important to the character, anybody can play anybody. Because a lot of these not a lot of them, but I'd say a good percentage of superheroes are generic anyway. A good percentage. Not every single one. I say 30% of the ones they actually want to show are kind of generic. Like any guy could have probably played Ant-Man. Any guy could have probably played Adam Warlock. That's going to be in the movie that Ant-Man tomorrow. Not Ant-Man. He's going to be in Guardians tomorrow.
Yeah,
not tomorrow.
Whenever it comes
a couple months. Whenever it comes out. So certain people, anybody can play. So it's hard for me to like pinpoint who can play who, unless you like give me a name of someone that's not generic. Like Iron Fist, I would have given it to the guy. Well, it can't give it to that guy now, but I would have given it to the guy that's always a jerk in every movie. Remember you season 3, the guy that took Joe hunting in the woods naked, basically.
Yeah. I remember.
I would have chosen that guy to play Iron Fist, because he's in shape. He's done a lot of stuff. Or I would have chosen Cam Gigante. Remember Cam?
No.
Hold on, Villa and never back down.
There you go. You're good. You're good.
The guy that was beating up on the main character and never back down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
is a good actor. He can play any role as well. I would have given Iron Fist to him.
Yeah,
honestly.
Okay, I just want to get your feel about it, but like I said,
don't get me started, because I can go all night.
We'll throw your 4 on TikTok and see what they think. But Ron wants to know first. He wants. Let me do this one first. He said, "Greta Thunberg is Superman."
Because he's joking.
But he wants to know: are you a big High School Musical guy?
No, I watched them because I had a sister at that point in time that was young, so I had to watch it with her. But no,
man. So it wasn't High School Musical. I think it might have been 2. Might have been 2. I think, but I got dragged. So I was dating this girl at the time, and her friend was like a freshman in high school, because I think I was a sophomore or junior. But so I had to go see High School Musical And I hate musicals because it was her birthday and we all had to go. And it was fucking terrible. Like I sat there and I was like, just suffered through. And I was like, dear Lord. And then later on, I go to see Saw with my cousin Darius, whichever Saw that was out at the time, 1, 2, 4, 30, who cares? And like Saw was terrible. I forget which one it was, but it was god awful. And we're leaving, and he's like, man, I feel ripped off because that movie was so bad. And High School Musical is playing like right next to us. He was like, let's go in here and watch this movie. I didn't know what movie it was, so I just walked in. And I was like, all right, we'll see whatever. We got time. And it's High School Musical again. And I was just like, oh my God. It was like the most unfortunate. Like I felt that's one of those where I wish someone would have caught us sneaking into a movie. It's been like leave because I just suffered after that. But
it wasn't a horrible movie, but you know, sitting through those and Cheetah Girls 1, 2, and 3 is ridiculous.
Yeah, I watched Cheetah Girls 1. I actually kind of liked it. It was chill, but yeah, after that,
except for that dance scene.
Yeah, and the guitar connected to a sound system in the middle of the scene. He just pulled out a guitar.
That's still not that bad. That's not that bad. You can find somewhere to plug it in, possibly. But why the construction workers and the firefighters knew the dance?
Yeah, I gotta write that one down. That clip might be going. Hold on for a second, because that was absurd. Oh God. Okay, man. Yeah, that was an absurd scene, but yeah, that was it. But yeah, I sat through that as well. A bunch of Disney movies, but I just don't like musicals, so I can't really do it.
You like Grease?
I've actually not seen I haven't seen the original Grease, so I haven't seen the original. They remade it, and I was like, no, not doing that. So,
it wasn't that bad. I like the original a little bit better.
Yeah, but
Baltimore staple. I had to watch it.
All right, but yeah, man. So let's jump in. So first thing we want to talk about tonight, kind of a mini review. So let's talk about still up here. There we go. Let's talk about you. So you, obviously, everybody knows it by now. Super popular. We're on season 4. But the story of, I guess, Joe, what was his last name in the first season? Joe Goldberg? Yeah, Goldberg. So Joe Goldberg back at it. I know we did I reviewed the trailer because you hadn't seen it yet. But read the trailer. I liked it for season 4.
Hold on, Fudge. Mr. I ain't watching the show really for real. You know, look, there you go. Not a Baltimore staple. What is the Baltimore staple musical, sir? It's not Grease. What is it? It's gotta be Grease. It is Grease.
Does Grease take place in Baltimore?
Yeah.
It doesn't really. I'm
gonna say it does. You know,
I thought it was in the middle of some random. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know where Grease. I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of Footloose. I'm not thinking of Grease.
Yeah, we're gonna say Baltimore until I get corrected.
Yeah. But anywho, so we got you, right? So you've caught up with it now. I think you're following me because I'm on episode 4. So I got this one and the next one. So I'm almost done. But let's go ahead and hop into that. And
Hairspray.
Yeah, that was in Baltimore.
Why I say Grease?
I don't know.
Yeah, why I say Grease? Hairspray.
Hairspray. Yeah, I like Hairspray.
Yeah, got to Baltimore.
But yeah, so Scotty's gonna play the trailer for that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit of you, kind of our first impression, because we still got half a season to go.
First impression, he says.
First impression, or half and 50% impression.
This thing don't play.
Professor Jonathan Moore. Why are you here? I ran so far away. Did you kill someone?
Or did someone break your heart?
Did you break my heart, Marianne?
I walked along the avenue.
Heartbreak is always a catalyst for a new path.
You're a murderer, Joe.
You're wrong about me. I'm gonna prove it to you.
I never thought I'd meet someone like you.
Laying low is imperative. Turns out teaching's fun and London's not so bad. I fell in with the most insane, damaged people on Earth. A circle of privileged douchebags. But I do miss having someone out there. Hello. No, I am not interested. Nope. Not interested. I don't want to know.
Oi!
Where did you go?
Why does the universe keep doing this to me?
Police are continuing to investigate a second murder among the elite.
They're calling him the Eat the Rich killer.
Couldn't get away.
You think one of my friends is the killer? Stop playing shitty, Sherlock.
I couldn't get away.
All motives always boil down to sex, money, or revenge.
I couldn't get away. I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day.
Ran away from all this. But one of you is watching me. One of you is hiding in plain sight. So who are you?
You steal my spotlight, and I murder you.
I just want my little European holiday back.
I couldn't get away.
All right. So Scotty was clearly enjoying that trailer a lot. I was playing clips so we could get an idea. He played the whole thing. But,
you want to see the whole thing? Oh,
yeah, I was like,
hey,
play
man,
the clip so we get the feel of it. I'm texting you like, cut it off.
Look, man, I'm a professional. I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone out when I do this.
Oh my, yeah, okay. Anywho, so yeah, that's the new season of You. So we bring back who plays. I always forget his name.
Penn Badgley.
Yeah, I'll jack that up, so I ain't even gonna say it. But he has done a great job in this role. We follow him to now, and obviously the show is still popular because he's very good at playing this role. So we actually, and the thing I like about, the thing I've said before, what I like about You is that they seem to find a way to bring you back in. So obviously Joe, or whatever his name is by now in this, he's not a good guy. He kills people. He's manipulative. He does stuff to get what he wants. He's straight, pretty much psychopath. I mean, I don't even suggest he really has feelings, even though in the show they kind of show he has feelings for certain stuff. But who knows if it's exactly actual feelings, or is it just a way for him to get something, which is pretty much what psychopaths do. But so we find him after the events of season 3 where the house burns down. Him and our love goes down with it, and he tries to get away, fleeing across, because it did start to become a question of like, how can he go everywhere and bodies start to show up, and then nobody ever, comes to find him, asking questions, or it's just one person and they suddenly disappear, or he gets to slip on them and stuff like that. So he says, heck with this. I ain't doing that nonsense no more. I'm going overseas. I'm going to Europe. So
yeah. Before I go, because when I go, it gets a little heavy. What did you think about this first part of the season, even though you didn't finish it yet for some reason?
Okay, so what I was gonna say was, he goes overseas. He is now a teacher over there in, I think he's in London. Yeah, he's a teacher over there in London, and just living, his life as usual. He's trying to do this without getting bothered, and certainly he goes out with his neighbor because he ended up saving his neighbor's life, or not her life, but saving her from getting mugged and maybe hurt more than that. Her husband comes over like, yeah, let me take you out. Go out, meet some new friends, some rich people, really exclusive club. And then we come back and he wakes up because what drink did they give him?
It wasn't a drink. There was drugs in it.
Oh, okay. It was
I forgot what they called it, but they put stuff in it.
I got my guy Chris Drew in here. It was good, Chris. But so they drug his drink, goes home, take a nice nap, you know what I'm saying? Wake up, dead body right on his table. And you're like, he's like, what? Like, did I do this? And it's like, no, he didn't. Somebody actually set him up and framed him. So what I want to introduce the show is we get the opposite. Usually he's obsessed with an individual, which you get a little bit of here, but it's not like straight. He's kind of, I guess, gotten a little more control of himself and is trying to just live out his life the way he's going. But somebody has now framed him, and the you of this season is the killer. So whoever framed him, is the you, and that is his obsession of trying to find out who this is. Why are they framing him? Why are they killing people? It was good, y'all, and all that. So yeah. So Scotty, my first impression since you asked me. So far, I'm on episode 4. I'm vibing with the change up, okay? Because it was only so long you can go with that. Find a girl, get obsessed. Something happens to where we move on. So I am glad that they decided to change it up for season 4. I think this might be the last season because they're breaking it.
I hope so.
I think it is because I don't want a good show to go on too long because then it can get Game of Thrones-ish. So yeah, I like that they changed up the formula. Oh man, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so let me tell y'all this, right? So yeah, as I'm saying, I haven't finished the show, right? So I'm trying to be like, yo, who's this killer? Like, what's going on? Like, what is happening? Talked to Scotty yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Probably.
So talking to Scotty, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna talk about you tomorrow. I'm gonna get it done. I just got too much stuff. Didn't get it done. But I'm gonna get it done and finish it. And he was like, yeah, I just finished the season. I'm like, all right, cool. Like when I finish it, we'll talk about it. He was like, man, I can't believe the killer was this person. And I'm like, Scotty, I'm not done. I'm not done with the show yet. Yeah, he wasn't telling me who the killer was, but he was describing the killer. So he was like, I can't believe the killer was wearing this set of clothes. And I'm like, what? I'm still watching the show. Stop ruining it.
Nobody knows what you do anymore, man.
He's like, oh, all right, my bad. But you know what I'm saying? I just like, it took me a while to, get who it was. But the killer also had this thing. I'm like, yo, I haven't finished the show. So had to deal with that. So don't talk to him before you finish the show because he's just going to spoil it. Clearly, even after I told him on the same conversation.
I didn't hear.
But yeah, overall thoughts, I'm vibing with it. I'm trying to track down the killer. I'm trying to forget what you said, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. I am entertained. I mean, I want to say supporting characters, they're types, but they're supposed to be types. So I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. And again, I like following our main character and just seeing the way he thinks, seeing the way he tries to process. He's playing a Batman role now, trying to find a killer. So it's good to see him do something else other than normal. So far I'm vibing. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was bored with season 3, like the second half, because it kept doing the same thing. I'm like, how many people are you gonna be obsessed with? You finally have found like your person, and here you go messing up, and here she go messing up. So okay, this one, yeah, like you said, it's different, but at the same time, like you're not there yet because you still have to watch, and I'm not gonna give anything away. But at the same time, I don't like a single character in this season. Not a single character.
No, is that other than the main character, or is it like him?
Yeah, other than the main character. There's nothing, because there's just nothing to like about anybody. Everybody kind of is the same, except for one of them. They're like the same, not the same personality all the way, but they do the same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
most of them even talk the same. I'm like, when something happens to one of them, I'm just like, who was that anyway? I don't know who that was. Oh, I thought that was him because they act the same.
I agree.
When I found out who the killer was, let me tell y'all something. I almost turned the TV off. Almost turned it off because I had my guess of like 3 people, and I was like, why is this person? This doesn't make any sense. What is the motive? Then they give the motive. I'm like, what? That's what I said. You might think it's a cool. It's not.
Hey, you're right. They did typecast like crazy. Everybody's just playing a type, and it's a little annoying.
It's rich snobby. They're all rich snobby people wwho actually are mean. Like it's okay to be everybody to be rich. That's fine, but like in season 3,
especially there's a and let me find our little crew here. Here they go. So here's the crew that we're talking about. These are kind of all the new characters that are introduced over here that we get to see. But yeah, man. So they got the I remember when he came in and they had the Asian character. He's one of the characters in the friend group, and he was like, he wanted to go introduce himself, and that dude was like, yeah, I'm good. I got enough friends. Like, come back. One of them is dead. And I'm like, mother, I hope you're the first person to catch a brutal way to go out. But I'm with you. A lot of these characters are not nice. And I wish it's cool to have that. I think you can have a little bit of both, but have some very likable characters mixed with some that aren't so likable. that way when somebody dies, you kind of are like, oh man, that kind of sucks. Because like the death for me, as far as like the series has gone, was the I forget her name, but the Hispanic girl in the second season that he started to hook, his neighbor that he started to hook up with, and they seemed like they were
the landlord.
Yeah, when she when she, if you haven't seen it, my bad, but that's like years ago.
Well, see,
but but yeah, when she called the axe, it was like, man, like I actually like that character. I actually like them together. I was like, man, forget other girl, like y'all should be a couple because y'all are really vibing and working, and then something happened to her and I really felt it. So I think the show has done picking out characters that bad stuff happens to and you feel like bad about things happening to them. Doesn't always mean they get killed, but there's kids and different stuff like that. So bad stuff does happen. And I wish they haven't quite, for me yet, balanced it out yet to where if something happens to somebody, you feel it. So I'm with you there.
Yep. Yeah. This season to me so far, like I said, I finished it. You have 2 episodes left, which is damn near half the season.
I think your mic went out again.
Oh, just a little bit, but that's fine. That is what?
No, you're good.
You mess up my whole thing. I had a whole thing going. I was ready.
Mic went out. I couldn't hear you.
My mic ain't go out. You paused. I think you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, okay.
See? But anyway, now you messed me up. But basically what I was saying is this season disappointed me a little bit.
Well, half the season. We still got half to go.
Yeah, we got half to go. And see, that's why I want you to finish this season, because it's going to show you what the second half is about. And when I saw the second half is about, I almost flipped my TV. Because I was like, I don't want to watch it, but I'm going to watch it anyway.
It's a little dramatic. I don't know if that was.
It's not dramatic. I got a small TV. It's like 10 pounds.
Well, it's not the fact that you could not flip your TV. It's the fact that you would not flip your TV.
It wouldn't make any noise. It's 10 pounds.
You ain't going to go buy another one.
I won't need to. I got a carpet. I'll just lay on the carpet.
So anyway, I haven't got there yet. But so far, I'm about okay. So without being dramatic, because I know how you get overly dramatic. What would you rate the first half?
Below run, I forgot. Trash? Is it called
Everything
trash?
Cannot be trash.
No. I mean, whoever's directly below that, is it trash or is it garbage?
Below what?
Run of the mill.
What is?
Price of it.
No, price of admission is above.
That's above it. Well, I'm just gonna go run of the mill then, because it's not trash. Like it's like think about like some bottles you got that you don't feel like throwing away yet. It's not really trash yet.
Okay, so it's recyclables.
Yeah, it's recyclable. If I'm thinking about if I throw them away, then it's gonna be trash. Right now, it's just a bottle. I might be able, you know what I mean? I'm disappointed. I'm not impressed by it. I'll say that it ain't trash. It's not trash. It's just like, oh, this is on. I'll watch it because I finished season 1, to 3.5. But should I watch it? No.
Well, okay, so that's you. For me, I would go. I'll probably go price of admission. I'm really liking it. I'm digging it. I haven't finished it yet, but I like the change up. The fact they changed it up. I would just, like I said before, add some more likable characters. So if there's a death to somebody you actually care about, it makes it a little more tense. And it's like, dang, I don't want something to happen to this person. Like at this point, I'm like, as long as nothing happened to Joe, like the rest of y'all, whatever. I don't feel bad for you. Like maybe the girl he's got some interest in because she's not a terrible person like the rest of them, but the rest of y'all, or I guess the one girl, I would feel bad for her because she's just kind of stupid.
She's like 57. As soon as he hooked up with her, I was like, yo, she like 57. What's going on here?
Yeah, but maybe the one girl who's kind of dumb, was it Phoebe or whatever? Yeah. So maybe her, but the rest of them, whatever. Okay, but that's how we're feeling so far. You're okay with it. I like it. Like I said, so we'll go with that from there. All right. So next, I want to talk about The Last of Us, which Scotty has a trailer for. So we'll watch the trailer. We'll watch a clip of that. Yeah, not the whole thing.
I never show the full thing.
We'll watch a bit of that trailer, and then we'll give you our thoughts.
I don't show the whole thing. It's crazy.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. Keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo.
Why are you so important? Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think we're really impressive.
All right, so there you
All
go.
right, cool. Yeah,
Like I always do.
yeah, that is just not.
So this show is based off a video game that a lot of us like. Fudge Bars, you might have played it, I'm not sure. I just freshly played number 1 and 2 remastered. It's a pretty good game. It's basically about like plants. It's about plants getting some kind of fungus and bacteria, and it goes into the air and it affects the people that are closest to it, and they become kind of like zombie. I say zombie-ish. They get spores all over their bodies and they'll bite you. So starts off, with the main character who I thought was a pretty good choice for it. I know Fudge Bars likes this guy a lot. I usually don't, but hey, he did a pretty good job. On the right, he's playing Joel as Pedro Pascal, and on the left, that's how he looks in the game. Just a regular old father from Texas, talking country, got his boomstick and his pickup truck with rust on it. And he's trying to get his daughter out of the city along with his brother. Let me find his brother. It just says, there it is. So, look at this. They look like they could be related. So
those do not look alike, but
he does such a good job. I think his name is Daniel Luga. I think it's Luga or Luna. It might be Daniel Luna. He played as a Terminator in the last Terminator movie. Pretty good. So they try to get out of the city. They cannot make it out of the city because the army is sent in just to kill everybody. It starts off like, I want to give everything away. I was going to give you the gist, but it starts off like heavy right away. And I didn't think these people were going to be acting like this. But Daniel Luna lives in Texas. I know that. I know he's lived in there for years, but he's lived in there for years. He took a lot of inspiration from the dude Chris Christopherson. I don't know if you remember him. He played Blade, the old guy in Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Big Texas guy. And a whole bunch of other big Texas guys like Chuck Norris and stuff. So he really prepared for his part. His accent is right. It's spot on with the game. So look, let me tell you something. Pedro Pascal is trash. This man like Pedro Pascal because he can talk in the helmet cool. No.
That sounds cool in that helmet.
So, it kicks off years and years later after tragedy happens. I think it's 20 years later, actually.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be.
And 20 years later, like Joel is scavenging, his brother is kind of missing. And there's like factions, like, like how we would do in real life. There's factions. There's the Fireflies who are considered the rebels. And then there's this army group called Fedra, who are basically kind of like, in all honesty, you might just call them dictators because they're basically in charge of everything for no reason at all. And they dictate who gets the food, the jobs, and all that kind of stuff. And so Joel and one of his friends, they do odd jobs to get money, and they're trying to get out of the city. And then you get introduced to Ellie. At first, I did not think she was going to do a good job. On the left, she was in Game of Thrones. I forgot the name of the person.
Yeah, she played the girl that was a leader of one of the groups in the north.
Right, and she doesn't really look. She's smaller. She looks younger. She's 19 or 20, I think. Playing her, I think she's gonna be that good. But when she started to talk, she sounds just like she must have really played these games, but she sounds just like Ellie does in the game. Like spot on. She does a hell of a job. And so they are tasked with Joel and his friend are tasked with taking her. If this nigga don't stop, what's he talking about now? See, Baltimore's crazy. I just forgot Mandalorian. Don't respect my man. Look, he trash. She's not trash. She's cool. But anyway, so they come in contact with her, and they're tasked by the Fireflies to go and take her out of the city to a specific location. And then they find out why she is so important. Like people are ready to risk their life for her. Yeah. So she's really, really important. I won't give that part away. But then the show just goes on with them. You meet a couple of new people along the way. And I've really started to feel for these people because just like the game is, you don't meet a whole bunch of people. Yeah. Like this is based off the first game. And in that game, I felt lonely in the game. I'm like, man, who am I going to meet besides these zombies? Like, what is going on? Where are the people at?
Yeah, those are only friends.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm right with you. So I'm coming on from a different perspective. I never played the game because I haven't played games and who knows how long. Besides like Mario Kart, and yeah, I played recently. So I haven't played the game ever, hadn't seen the game ever, but I've always heard the storyline in the show was I mean not in the show. Storyline of the game was so strong that like it probably would make a good movie later or a good show. And that's what we get here. So I came in very cold. I was super cold. I didn't know like what to expect. And that first episode, man, and this is like my kind of thing of like shows I normally gonna like. It has to like the only show that I've gone, it's beginning to end that the first episode hasn't really hit for me was maybe Breaking Bad because the show just started off a little slow. But when you talk about starting fast, man, this show throws you right into the action. It gives you just a little bit of backstory where you see Pedro Pascal's what's the name of the show? I forgot. Joel, that's it. I was gonna say Joe, and I was like, it's not Joe. You see Joel and his family and his daughter, and they're just kind of living life a little bit before everything goes crazy. And then once it gets a little later, and so you get to spend a lot of time with his daughter beginning and really get to learn who that character is. And when everything starts to go down, it sets up intensely, man. You're talking about a mix of like horror and action, and it throws you right in. And after watching that like first episode of just thrill, like Scotty said, the military comes in, they're trying to get out of town. People, you just see stuff, people getting attacked, you see people get shot, you see people running around crazy, you don't know why, planes falling out the sky, helicopters flying, like it is it feels like what a real. And the thing of the visual and in such like great visuals in the show is it feels like you are in this situation of trying to get out of a town because you're very low down perspective where you can see everything. Just like, it reminded me of when I was in back in 2020 when there was the riots in Richmond. And I was down there and you just see like just craziness, but you get like a full scope. Like it very much reminded me of that. It wasn't that crazy clearly, but just protesting, fires and all that. So yeah. I love that first episode. And I was like, yo, I'm in. Like it took about 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm in. It was intense. I love the acting in the show. Everybody, I think, does a great job. And I mean, I think things early on kind of set the pace. So obviously, Joel suffers a tragedy going after the first episode. And then you see him 20 years later, like Scotty said. And he's just trying to make it and get by, I think, to get to his brother who's got separated with. And like I said, the Fireflies task him with linking up with this girl and getting her across because they know he can get her to travel across country to wherever they need to go. And then he gets something out of it. So the events kind of take place from there. But yeah, just going back to the visuals. So as you can see, this kind of starts it where they kind of explain where the fungus is. I just took that clip because I thought this is the very opening of the show. I thought that was a great way to explain what was going on because it kind of is before it happens, but it kind of set up a threat. And you think about it, and I'm like, man, they make this sound like it could really happen. like it had me kind of worried. I'm like, is that real? They reference global warming, and I'm like, man, that can happen. But yeah, man. So obviously, there's Joel and his daughter at the beginning. It's just a lot of action shots of when stuff really starts to go down. They got to get focused. And some of these shots, I know they took them right out of the game. So when you see the city and those things, like people say it looks exactly like the game, which I haven't played, but that's very cool that they got it so close. Like, it kind of reminded me of, and actually the new one said it was gonna take inspiration away from it. Was I Am Legend? Yeah, it wasn't a great movie in my opinion, but
if you saw the director's cut thing, I mean, at least it would make sense why there's a second one coming out.
Well, they said they were going to change the ending from the ending everybody saw, and that's the reason.
No, they have that ending. That's just.
Oh yeah, I think there's two is in there. Yeah,
so it's following the ending of the book.
Okay, so yeah, but also you can see here there is one of the zombies. What do they call that one? Because I know they have different names.
I forgot what they call them. Those are the ones that can't see, so they can hear when you make a noise.
Yeah, so you can see at the top.
It's a clicker.
Yeah, you can see the top of the mushroom kind of growing out of his head, and then I ain't gonna lie, that joke's scary. You see one of those, You know, you can't help but make noise because it's gonna scare the hell out of you. So a lot of tense moments in here, and I've only finished the first 3 episodes. I think you're a little ahead of me, but yeah, I got 2 more to go. But yeah, man, the intense scenes are tense, man. It's like that scene in the second episode where they run into them and they're in the building and they're just trying not to make noise and get around because they know as soon as they make noise, it's gonna be trouble. Man, it's such well action along with drama, along with visuals that it's just the perfect show for me starting. I don't know how it's gonna go the rest of the season, but like I said, I'm in.
It'll be good. I mean, they seem like they're going to follow the game. I mean, I'm sure a couple episodes in, it's going to get even more intense because the most intense parts about the game are not the monsters, just the other humans that you interact with.
Yeah,
because other humans in post-apocalyptic world, we already are shitty towards each other, and it's going to get worse when everybody has nothing. It gets even worse.
Yeah. No, I feel that, and I've heard that too. It's like you think the monsters are scary, the humans are more scary. So, which we do get a lot in post-apocalyptic because everybody's trying to survive and do whatever they need to do. But yeah, like you said, the acting is great, man. I like everything, and I'm just interested to see where it goes. And honestly, you know, the HBO, like I said, has been killing it with shows. Like they have this was a great pickup, and it's great to see because I think we talked about it before, like video games and movies. There hasn't been a lot, or I guess this is a TV. There hasn't been a lot that have been done well or done where it's well received. There's been maybe a couple. So to see, because I know a lot of video games have great storylines, even though I don't play them, I hear about them. That it's good to see that this is done. That way it can open up for some of the world because there's a lot of movies that aren't written well and those get produced every day. And it's like, did y'all write a script? Like what? So for a video game that's very interactive to be written well and put on the big stage, I'm happy to see it just because it opens the door for more. So I want to ask, is there any other games that you would like to see brought to live action?
None. Not a single one.
Really? None?
No, I never really wanted to see a video game movie brought to live action because all of the video game movies I can think of, period, have been awful. Every single thing.
Really?
Darren, I can't think of. I mean, CGI games, some of them have been good. Like if you make a game, then put it on like the screen as CGI. They had some of them, like Final Fantasy was good. They had a couple of those. Street Fighter cartoon, like the cartoon CGI movies are they're fine.
Yeah, those are good.
Mario's probably going to be great. I don't know how you can mess that up in 2023. But live action, Resident Evil, besides the first one, possibly a third one, trash. Dungeons and Dragons based off of a board game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other. Yeah, if it hasn't been a cartoon, like Castlevania was a cartoon show, probably one of the best cartoons I've ever seen since I've been a child. They did that really, really well. But let them make a live action, is going to be trash. I don't know any live action game movies that are good. I'm really trying to think.
Did you think The Last of Us would translate this well to live action?
No.
Okay, so you're a bit like, wow, like I didn't expect it to go.
But they had like it really just seemed like they're doing what video game movies should be doing. Like, just like I say, what maybe some comic movies should be doing, they're doing what happened in the game.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all you gotta do. If it's a video game movie, do what happened in the game, and that's what they're doing. They're literally doing most of the things that happened in the game. They're adding more depth to it, but they're not just outright changing stuff and making it corny like they usually do in video game movies. They're just doing it the same way.
I know I know they said with episode 3 in here, that's the last one I've seen they changed, which was a great episode to me. I know they changed a lot in the storyline and was able to build on characters that in the game you didn't get to spend a lot of time with as much. And we get like an episode here where you kind of get to run through like the lives of someone in this post-apocalyptic world. Mm-hmm. So I think TV gives you doing something on TV, especially in a series, gives you a chance to maybe build on certain stuff that was really cool, but you didn't get a piece of it. But you got to do it right. And that's the hard thing. It's like, It's cool to add on something and flesh a character out, which makes things like you think of when you go back, you're like, oh, okay, like, wow, that was all this in live action, but you got to do it well. And so you have to have a good writing team to do that. And that was really well done here. So that part I liked, but I just wanted to ask that because I didn't know if there's any other games out there with great storylines that would translate to live action, but maybe this.
You know what? Sonic. Sonic actually did well. I forgot that Sonic was out. That did really well.
Yeah, that did do well. Actually, not seen, so I have no idea.
I'm not sure how you mess up a Sonic movie though, so I kind of don't want to give it credit
because they're gonna add humans and him going to get a drink at the bar, and yeah. This is the thing when people do these video game movies, the video games of him just running on a track collecting rings. They're gonna somehow take that away. He's now living in a house. He's got an apartment in the city. He's got to figure out how to take the subway. They just add a bunch of unnecessary stuff in to make him seem like a human person or to a human world.
I think just Sonic, this show, and maybe the last Hitman movie that came out.
I forgot about Hitman.
That was pretty good, but all the rest of them, I just looked at a list on here. All the rest of these I'm looking at they were not just bad, they were off. Like Dead or Alive. You see Dead or Alive yet?
That sounds really familiar. I feel like
Dead or Alive, so it's about a fighting game, but Dead or Alive probably was the most entertaining game movie that I've ever seen, but it was still bad, but it was really entertaining. You won't take your eyes off the screen.
Well, if it's gonna either be really good or really bad, it's the best you could be to be entertaining. But yeah, so that's really all I had on that. I'm really liking the series right now. It would be a home run series for me from what I've seen so far. I really don't have any complaints right now. I'm just riding with it because there's even some stuff in here that's like they really show the unfortunate circumstances of this world where like basically they can tell if people are infected and scam them, and like they'll know immediately like, yeah, you can't come in here and live with us, or like, we're gonna have to get rid of you. And like it's unfortunate because you are not spared, whether you're an adult, child, dog, stuffed animal. Like if you test positive for this virus, you're not living with them. So yeah, it just adds that real world effect of you don't even need to see it, and you be like, wait, what just I think? Oh man, like that's messed up, man. So yeah, so far as a home run for me, where would you rate it at?
I get a little bit right underneath it just so far. I don't want to give it that yet. Wait for the whole series to get there because they're doing everything right so far, but the last couple episodes I might be like, bam, gotcha. Now it's trash.
so far.
Yeah, so far I think it's really really good. I don't have a single complaint. And, I love to complain. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd be at what price of admission?
For now.
Okay. Yeah. So that's The Last of Us, man. We'll probably what we want to do is using open field. We'll try to stack our kind of give you first impression reviews of something we're watching, haven't quite completed yet, or if it's something we're not going to review later. We'll just give you our full reaction on it. But most of this stuff we'll talk about when the series wraps up. So like I said, we'll do the Wednesday and Vox Machina because we're going to completely wrap those up, and we'll do those on a series review. So that. But yeah, man, that's really all I got for today. I think that's the last thing I had. Just wanted to touch on those. Scotty, anything else you want to touch on that's happening?
No, that's about it. Like I recommend The Last of Us for everybody. I think it has something in there for everybody. Pretty much every genre in it.
No, I agree. I definitely recommend it. And it's a new experience, something we haven't. I love video game movies. But yeah, man. So we will probably get one more double review in this week of those two series, which was Wednesday and Vox Machina. We'll do that, and then, like I said, every day we have TikToks dropping. We'll be working around the clock trying to get those done, those up, and they will also appear on YouTube as well in shorts. So doing those, a lot of stuff to expect, and it's been a lot of work, man. But it's good time. It's good having people in here. It's fun. It's good, nice to hang out and talk some movies. So let's go ahead and get us out of here. But while you're here, like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Tell if you like what you're seeing. Tell a friend or give us some stuff to watch, man. We'll watch anything. We've done reviews for people. We'll do lists. I actually have another list I'm working on now that we might tackle next week, which I think will be fun. We just need a little time prep for it. But go ahead and getting us out of here, Scotty. People want to give you something to watch. They want to debate you and think another video game could be a great movie. Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at ScottyGetDown1 or TikTok at Corona_GLT. Now, if they want to read you, because you can probably finish that long CVS list of who this shows you got from 2010, where can they find you?
Well, yeah, I know I only keep you up with the latest shows that you have to watch, but if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Flyknit Johnson. If you want to find me on Twitter, that will be City Boy Quitting, which also mirrors as a Twitter for Minor League Films. Again, we've been a little bit behind with posts and stuff, but the TikTok is running. Instagram is my next project. That'll be done over the weekend. But yeah, everything else is running smooth. YouTube is going. I will be tomorrow. I'm going to see Ant-Man, so I'm gonna vlog that. Vlog my trip over there. I'll do like a full review on TikTok, and then when Scotty is able to see that, we'll get in here and do a full review of it because we did the trailer. So let's talk the movie. So that is coming up for us as well. I forgot to tell that before, but if you want to find both of us, not just me, not just Scotty, but us at the same time, you can do that at Minor League Films. Pretty much everything. It's either going to be Minor League Films all spelled out, or it's going to be capital M, capital L, capital F as in Films 1. So that's where you can find us at. Like we said, a lot of content dropping. We've been working a lot on it. So hope y'all enjoying the content. Also, email us, minorleaguefilms@gmail.com. Like I said, you have something to watch, you have some recommendations, you have some criticism you want to change. You got criticized before, but it wasn't in an email. So tell us, let us read it, let us adjust to it. And Scotty, I'll give you the last word. You got anything?
No, man, just go check out everything we've displayed today. Last of Us. We didn't talk Wednesday, but definitely check out The Last of Us. And what else we talk about there? You. Check out You. And just prepare yourself for that third season.
You mean the second half of the fourth season?
No, I'm talking about third season. Went down a little bit. Then the second half of that third season went down a little bit.
Well, the first half started off with such a bang that it was going to be hard to keep that up because you actually had to tell some story. But yeah, man, that's all we got. So appreciate y'all joining us. As usual, we are out.
All right.